Hello, welcome to Online Learning. I'm Mrs. Dailey and I teach social studies. This is with Broward Virtual School, not Florida Virtual School, so I want to make sure that I emphasize the difference on that. If you're watching this presentation, that you have already received my welcome email. My welcome email is the first step to getting activated into the class. You are expected to read the email closely, answer some of the questions, and then watch this welcome presentation. So before you get activated, so whatever your activation date is, according to when you're watching this video, you do have to complete the 3 steps, which is watch the welcome presentation, and there's another little tutorial video that I included. Answer the 10 questions from this welcome presentation that you will find in step 2 of the email, and then also participate in a live welcome call. All that information is in the welcome email. You do have to complete the 3 major steps before getting activated. If I don't hear back from you in a 2 weeks time, you will be withdrawn from my class. So you do either need to email me back, complete the questions, and call me before those 2 weeks are up, or you will be withdrawn. Okay, just a little thing here. Classes that I teach are economics, U.S. government, psychology, and AP U.S. government and politics. I teach psychology 1 and 2. I just want to make sure I emphasize that. If you are taking an honors class, please make sure that you are registered for that, and make sure you emphasize that in your email back to me. You will be doing some additional assignments and or more difficult assignments, so it is important to know whether you're registered for regular or honors. And then if you're taking AP Government, please stay behind for just a couple minutes. So the basic Broward Virtual School rules, you might want to pay attention to this because this does go with some of the questions you have to answer. We do have what's called a 21-day grace period, okay? The 21-day grace period is that if you decide to stay in the course, you do need to make sure you're staying on pace. If you are not staying on pace or have a failing grade, you will be withdrawn from the class, okay? I will be emailing you whether you're on or off pace. If for some reason you are not doing your work on time, I don't hound you, I don't call you 5 million times. You will just be withdrawn, and then you can sign up again if you choose to take this class at a later date. Academic integrity, there is absolutely no plagiarizing. We do have systems in place, and I do catch kids quite frequently trying to cheat, whether it's working with another student and using other students' work, getting work from another source from online. Maybe you found something that answered your questions, you copied and pasted it and put it into your answers or your work. You will be caught. The first offense is you'll be given a 0, a parent will be contacted, and you can make up that assignment for 50% of your total grade. Second through 4th offense is it's kind of varied. You'll get an automatic 0 with no opportunity to make up the assignment. Administration will get involved, and you either will have to have proctored exams, which means you have to go and to your administration or take them in Broward Virtual School location, or be removed from the class. So it kind of just depends on how you go through that process. So my best advice is just don't do it at all. Please read the announcement page, okay? Read my email, follow directions, and read. I cannot stress this enough. Nothing frustrates me more is when students are, asking a lot of questions that I have put very clearly in either an email or my welcome presentation or my announcement page, or it's actually, discussed in the class. If you're struggling with information in the class, of course, please contact me and I'd be happy to go over anything with you. I expect you to log into the class every day. I expect you to read everything sent to you in email I send. Please read your emails. Once you get activated into the class, most of your email communication will be within the actual course itself. So once you log into, let's say, economics or government, there's a little email, little envelope that will be there that will say, you have 1 message, 2 messages, or whatever. Make sure you read those. I expect you to follow your pace chart, and we'll talk pace chart here in a minute, and you are expected to follow it in order. If you're going through it and skipping assignments and just doing the quizzes, I'm just going to suspend you from the class. Okay, you won't have access to the class until you contact me. We can discuss it, so make sure everything is in order. And I do expect you to call for help. Okay, the last slide I was emphasizing how important it is to read directions and make sure you read everything, but I do like to stress that if you are struggling and you have questions and you need help, I am here to help you. I want you to be successful. I do have set office hours and I follow them closely. I'm not going to go through them right now. They are also on my email, but please make sure you adhere to them closely. If you call and don't leave a message, don't expect a call back. Okay. A lot of times if I'm not answering the phone during my office hours, it's because I'm on the other line with another student, or I might just be entangled in something really important at the time, and I will call you back as soon as I can. If you don't hear from me within, let's say, 3, 4, 5 hours, go ahead and text me, because it may just be that I missed your phone call, missed your message. You know, it's not a perfect science, so you can go ahead and text me or email me, say, hey, you know, Mrs. Dailey, I called you, I didn't hear back from you, just want to make sure you got my my message. Okay. Work and organization. Okay, you can only submit your assignments 3 times. So you actually get, once you submit it once, you get 2 more tries to do it better. Okay, so, but you only have 3 times. Late work, okay, if you do turn in something late, you will automatically get 10% off. Okay, no exceptions. Exams, only 1 submission. So be ready and make sure you study and make sure you have time to take it. You can only resubmit for a better grade only if you did not get an A. So if you got a 90 out of 100, let's say I took 10 points off for, you know, maybe spelling, or it just wasn't a perfect assignment. A lot of times I'll just give you an A, a 90 out of 100, because, you know, it was good, but it wasn't exactly like it, you know, it just wasn't that 100 perfect paper. But don't resubmit if you get an A. Also about resubmissions, once you move into a new module, anything you got a 0 for can no longer be turned in. So please make sure that you get a 0. The only exception is a DBA. We're going to talk about DBAs here coming up in a few minutes. Once you get to the end of the semester, I do stop taking late work. I'll be like, okay, there's no more late work after, like, let's say, you know, April 1st or May 1st or whatever it may be. Saving work, please make sure that you save it in PDF, DOC or DOC or PowerPoint. No RTF or pages or anything weird. And I know this got cut off at the bottom, but please take all the pre-tests. This is what my announcement page looks like generally. I did put some arrows here to highlight some key things. Okay, if you don't have Microsoft Office, you can get a free version here if you are a Broward County Public Schools student. So that's here. You can use the drop-down menu to find your DBA self-assessment scales and 3-2-1 charts. This will make sense in the next few slides. Okay, but just remember, most of what you need you can find on my announcement page. Click here to schedule your discussion-based assessment, also known as DBA, which we'll get to in a minute. Okay, so this little link here will take you to my scheduler. Couple other key things I want to highlight. In this blue box, you have my phone number, you have my email. Here you have reminders. You don't see the whole page because I can only snapshot a little bit. Hours of availability, these are my set office hours, and then these are my DBA hours down here. The DBA hours are built in within my regular office hours. Okay, this is what your page chart looks like. This is your schedule for the course. Okay, so in other words, you have you know, you have my office hours up here, which needs to be adjusted a little bit. You have your start date, your end date. It's just some information that's here. Okay, again, this has been adjusted a little bit, so don't go by this exactly, because this is, my office hours have been changed and numbers have been changed. But this is generally what it looks like. Your due dates are here. Okay, your weeks are here, and your assignments that are to be completed are here. Okay, if there's anything that you see that's weird or off, or maybe something's not mentioned or mentioned twice, please make sure you ask me. Okay, again, I'm only human and I do make mistakes. You can work ahead. If you request a 16-week page chart and you want to try to finish faster, I do encourage it. I ask that you only work a minimum of 2 weeks ahead, please. Okay, no more than that, because it does bog down my grading, and because I do have a lot of students at one time, and it really bogs down my grading. So please make sure that you're careful of that. You will be expected to follow the page chart I send you at minimum, but again, you can work ahead. Okay, I'm going to kind of speed up here a little bit, make sure I get everything covered. DBAs. DBAs are like discussion-based assessments, kind of like oral quizzes. Please study before you call, okay? You will be responsible for scheduling them online. Again, I already showed you where my link is on my announcement page. You will be required to call when they are due. That's extremely important. If you skip more than 2 weeks, you'll be suspended from the class. You will need a password for the module exam, and you will only receive it if you call for the DBA. If you skip the DBA, you will be issued a 0 on the module exam. Again, you can make up the DBA and you can make up the module exam. You have to make those up. The DBAs are required for completion of the class. I do create my schedule new every week, so please make sure that you are looking at the week that you're working in, not next week or the week after, because it will be canceled if for some reason you schedule it for the following week. The most important information is on the next slide. What you're going to do for the DBAs, this is part of some of your questions as some of the other stuff was. You're going to do 4 things. Number 1, complete the 3-2-1 chart before calling. Number 2, self-assess yourself according to the self-assessment scale. They are both, 1 and 2 are both on my announcement page. Number 3, call and complete your DBA. Okay, so you're going to call me, complete your DBA. Okay, make sure you schedule it, and the scheduler is on the announcement page. And number 4, turn in the assessment for grade and include the 3-2-1 chart, your self-assessment score, and why, and a paragraph summary of our conversation. Okay, this is generally what it would look like. It might not be exactly like this, but it's just a sample. It gives you an idea of what the self-assessment scale looks like. Are you a 4, are you a 3, a 2, or a 1? And you're going to have to rate yourself on that scale before you call, because I will ask you. This is how you schedule a DBA. Once you click on my link, it'll bring you to what's called flash appointments. Okay, you select your date, select the service, select the time, put in your information, and hit confirm. It's super, super easy. If you have trouble with this, let me know. Materials and course information. No book is needed for any class except for the AP classes. All information is embedded in the course. Economics. If you're taking economics, please make sure all the graphs, you consider drawing them on a piece of paper. Either take a picture, upload the picture in the assessment, or scan it and upload the scan. It will save you time from having to learn how to draw them on the computer. Trust me, it's so much easier. But remember, this is for the graphs only. All of your written work should be typed and submitted as an attachment, as a document. Okay, do not write out your written work. American government, there is a service project that you're required to do. It's tied in for your service, community service hours for graduation. I will send an email about this. If you have any questions when you get there, please ask me. What to skip and not do. This semester you will not be doing collaboration assignments. Please skip them. There are no enrichment activities at this time, so again, please skip them. If that changes, I will let you know. And please do not skip the pre-assessments or exams. You must do those. Okay, let's review. Schedule your DBA the week it is due. Get it scheduled Monday. Study. Be prepared. Zeros will be placed in all assignments. Behind pay is 10 points off if for any late work. You cannot go back to a previous module if you work into a new module. You can only submit an assignment 3 times. You can only take an exam 1 time. If you submit your work without attaching an assignment, a 0 will be given and it will count as one of your submissions. You can only submit an assignment at PDF, DOC, DOCX, PowerPoint if you're withdrawn in the first 21 days if you fall behind pace or have a failing grade. Check my office hours and make sure you're calling, leaving a message, and do not type or submit work in the student comment section, and make sure you follow the pace chart I send you. If you don't get a pace chart, let me know. Okay, real quick, AP students, this class is no joke. This is for AP Government. I take it seriously and it is a lot of work. Be prepared. Get an AP review book from the bookstore. You will get an online e-text for this class. Reviews will start in second semester and you'll get a ton of emails the first week. Stay strong, start strong, stay strong, and finish strong by always remembering why you are doing it in the first place. Okay? I'm sorry if I went through this very quickly. This recorded version only gives me a certain amount of time to get everything in and make sure that you answer my 10 questions. You can, of course, go back and watch this many, many times, pause it, write things down, however you want to do it. But I do look forward to having you in my class. Please make sure that you don't forget to call for my welcome call. Okay, that's extremely important. If you have any questions, you can email me. Otherwise, email me back the answers to the 10 questions, call for your welcome call, and we will get you started. Thank you.